Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Today we are diving deep, quite literally, into the world of modern warships. When you picture a warship, you probably think of gray steel, big guns, and maybe a scene from a blockbuster movie. But these vessels are so much more than just floating weapons platforms. They are some of the most complex and technologically advanced machines ever built by humanity, a floating city packed with the cutting edge of engineering, computing, and raw power. They are a nation's strength, its strategic mind, and its global reach, all forged into a single steel titan. So how do you even begin to create such a behemoth? It all starts, not in a shipyard, but with a need. A country might need to patrol vast oceans, counter a new threat, or even deliver humanitarian aid. This need kicks off a long and incredibly complex design process. Naval architects and engineers face a constant balancing act between three key factors: armament, protection, and speed. Want more guns and thicker armor? Your ship gets heavier, slower, and way more expensive. Want to be faster? You might have to sacrifice some firepower. It's a high-stakes puzzle. Using powerful computer-aided design, or CAD, they create virtual models, running endless simulations to perfect the hull shape for speed and stability. Once the design is locked in, the real magic begins: construction. Forget building a ship piece by piece from the ground up. Modern warships are built using modular construction. Think of it like building with gigantic, high-tech Lego blocks. Massive sections of the ship are built and even pre-outfitted with pipes, wires, and equipment in specialized workshops. Then, these huge modules, some weighing hundreds of tons, are lifted into a dry dock and welded together to form the ship. The materials themselves are incredible. While the main body is steel, it's not just any steel. Critical areas, like the flight decks of aircraft carriers, use specialized high-strength alloys like HY80, capable of withstanding immense forces. And to stay hidden, they use advanced composites, like carbon fiber, which are not only lighter, but can absorb and deflect radar waves, making the ship stealthy. After construction, the ship is launched and undergoes intense sea trials, where every single system is pushed to its limits. Only then is it officially commissioned into the Navy. Now, a ship is nothing without the ability to move. Let's talk about the beating heart of these vessels: propulsion. For smaller ships, reliable and fuel-efficient diesel engines are common. But for the big players like destroyers and frigates that need to sprint across the ocean, they turn to gas turbines. These are essentially jet engines adapted for the sea, giving them incredible power and acceleration. Many ships use a clever combination: cruising economically on diesel engines and then firing up the gas turbines for a high-speed dash. But the king of naval propulsion is, without a doubt, nuclear power. Found in aircraft carriers and submarines, a nuclear reactor can power a ship for years, even decades, without refueling. This gives them virtually unlimited range and endurance, allowing them to stay on station anywhere in the world for incredible lengths of time. A new trend is electric propulsion, which is quieter, more efficient, and more flexible, a huge advantage when you're hunting for silent submarines. Okay, we've built it. We've powered it. Now for the part you've been waiting for: the fists of the fleet. What kind of firepower are we talking about? While the days of giant battleship cannons are over, naval guns are still very much in use. From smaller cannons to 5-inch guns, they're used for everything from coastal support to defending against smaller boats. But the undisputed main weapon of modern naval warfare is the missile. Warships are packed with them, often in vertical launching systems, or VLS, which are essentially grids of cells on the deck, each holding a missile ready to fire in an instant. There are anti-ship missiles to take out other warships from hundreds of kilometers away, surface-to-air missiles to create a defensive shield against jets and incoming attacks, and even land attack cruise missiles that can strike targets deep inland with pinpoint precision. For the last line of defense, if a threat gets too close, there's the CIWS, or Close-In Weapon System. The most famous is the Phalanx, a radar-guided Gatling gun that spews out thousands of rounds a minute, creating a literal wall of metal to shred anything that gets through. And of course, for hunting submarines, they have torpedoes, sophisticated smart weapons that can home in on their targets deep beneath the waves. The future is even wilder, with development in directed energy weapons, like high-energy lasers and electromagnetic railguns, promising instant, low-cost engagement. But all this firepower is useless if you can't see your enemy. That brings us to the ship's eyes and ears, its sensors. The primary sensor is radar, which paints a picture of everything in the air and on the surface. Modern AESA radars are so advanced, they can track a massive number of targets at once and are incredibly hard to jam. To see beneath the waves, ships use sonar, sending out pings and listening for echoes, or just listening passively for the telltale sounds of an enemy sub. All of this information, from radar, sonar, electronic warfare systems that sniff out enemy signals, and secure communication links, all flows into one place, the combat management system. This is the ship's brain, its nerve center. It's a powerful computer system that fuses all the sensor data into a single, clear, tactical picture, allowing the crew to instantly identify threats and control the ship's weapons. Modern navies have a whole family of different ships. There are the mighty aircraft carriers, floating air bases that project power across the globe. You have cruisers and destroyers, the multi-mission workhorses packed with missiles protecting the fleet. Frigates are often specialists in anti-submarine warfare. And then there are the masters of stealth, the submarines, hunting silently in the deep. Finally, it's crucial to understand that these warships are more than just weapons. They are powerful tools of diplomacy. The simple presence of a warship in a region can send a strong message without a single shot being fired. This is called naval diplomacy. It can be coercive, a show of force, but more often, it's about cooperation. Warships make friendly port visits to strengthen ties. They participate in joint exercises with allies to build trust. And crucially, they provide humanitarian assistance. When a natural disaster strikes, a warship can be a lifeline. It can generate its own fresh water and electricity, and it carries helicopters and supplies, making it an invaluable first responder. And in a world where 90% of trade travels by sea, navies are the guardians of the global economy, protecting vital sea lanes from piracy and other threats. So the next time you see a modern warship, remember what you're looking at. It's not just a vessel of conflict. It's a floating testament to human ingenuity, a complex ecosystem of technology, and a versatile instrument that shapes our world in ways you might never have imagined. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online, and we'll see you on the next one.